Good afternoon, everyone. We are now ready to start the Baylor Student Athlete Press Conference. I'd like to remind you of the rules again very quickly. There is no videotaping. There is no flash photography. Please make sure that your phones are on mute. If you have a question, please raise your hand and wait until you have a microphone, and then you can ask your question. All right, at this time, we'll open the floor up for questions. Jacob, can we just go right there?
Bryce, Sherry, Waco Trib, Langston, you guys had a lot of active hands yesterday, diving on the court for loose balls. How much more of that are you going to need, tomorrow against Duke?
It's just going to be an all-out effort every play. You can't take no plays off in March or that could cost you the game. So, we're just going to go out there, give our best effort on every play and just do whatever it takes.
Other questions? Okay, right there, Jacob.
Illustrated. Jeremy, just if you could run us through your emotions of facing Duke and how you think it's going to be lining up against guys that were your teammates like Tyrese and Caleb.
It's going to be cool. Definitely excited for the matchup, but not trying to overlook it or make anything bigger than what it is. It's another basketball game. It's March Madness, but at the same time, it's still another basketball game. I don't want to get into it. I used to go to Duke or anything like that. Just focus on what Baylor has to do. Personnel, scout, stuff like that, getting me ready mentally and physically. So, not trying to put too much into it.
All right, we're going to go back here, and then we'll.
Jeremy, obviously you're not trying to put too much into it, but can you talk about Tyrese? Last two games, shooting very well from three and deep. Can you talk about his game and what you learned playing against him? 4 years?
Yeah. Coming to Tyrese, he came to Duke early, and a lot of people gave him some criticism and stuff like that. During his freshman year, then last year had a kind of up and down season, got hurt. But he just always put the work in. He stayed true. He's always stayed true to his stuff. And then this year he's blossoming. He's shooting 40 from the three, and especially the last couple of games, he's been really been setting the tone. He's been a great leader for them. He's been through the war, so he's the right guy to have, and just super happy to him and super excited to match up against him tomorrow too.
Okay, let's go on the edge over there, and then we'll get to you.
Chip Patterson, CBS Sports. Question for Langston and Jeremy. What did you see when you looked back at the Mississippi State win, and what are you looking to carry over or fix going into the Duke game?
Langston, could you go first, please?
I just saw a team that's just very resilient. We had a couple games like that earlier in the season. We pulled it out in March, so that was great. And then going into the Duke game, we just want to bring the same energy. We got to clean up a couple things, but just that effort that we were fighting with on the boards and just the little plays that we were making, we wanted to carry that over.
Jeremy, do you have anything to add?
Kind of the same thing. Just we were super active. We were on the glass, and we were right now in transition. I think we're gonna need a lot of that tomorrow. Just being active and controlling the glass too. So.
Okay, we go in the front row.
Brett Friedlander, Saturday Down South. Jeremy, you guys watching the selection show, you see your name come up, there's a big cheer, and then you see the bracket and see what could possibly happen in the second round. What could you go through your emotions, your thoughts as you were watching that, and come to the realization that this game could actually happen?
I didn't really think that we were going to be in the same bracket, but knowing the committee, they like a story and stuff like that. So, just like I said, not really trying to put too much into it, not trying to really get too emotional about it. It's just like another game. I'm with Baylor, so I'm just focusing on what we got to do and what we got to do to win this game, and how hard we got to play for 40 minutes and just locking in on personnel and stuff like that. So.
Okay, fourth row there, and then Jacob, we're going to go in the middle in the black shirt.
Jeremy, having been at one school for 4 years and then coming in 1 year, totally new environment, totally different program, how have you found just navigating finding your place in the program, fitting in, role definition, and things like that?
Yeah, I think a big help was Langston. We bonded from the first day. It's been my brother the whole time. He just taught me the ways how to move in Baylor, how Waco is and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy transition, and you got the rest of the guys. It's been a great group of guys, great coaching staff, and just a great all-around staff who's just brought me in to their family and with open arms. So it's been super cool.
All right, let's go in the middle.
Hey, Jeremy, Brendan Marks from The Athletic. I know you're saying this is just another game. Wondering if throughout the course of the year, have you just even as someone who's tied to the program before, were you watching Duke? I mean, is that something you're staying in touch with those guys? I know Tyrese said he saw you yesterday.
You asking like, have I been watching Duke? I mean, yeah, I was watching their games. I mean, they're always on TV, so I'm gonna check them out. But yeah, I mean, Tyrese, Spencer, Neil, like all those still my brothers over there. C. Foss, like those still my brothers. So I always got to tap in with them too for sure.
Okay, all the way in the back, Jacob.
Roy Ogletree, KWTX. Langston, y'all are going to be undersized or have been for a while going forward without Josh. I was wondering how y'all are going to continue the rebounding effort that we saw yesterday, and what's been the message from the coaches as far as getting on the glass goes?
I mean, we stress it every day. We got to say toughest team wins, so, we're just going to go out there, hit, try to be as active as we can, and then just be first to the ball, going out there playing against guys that are bigger. You just got to hit them early and just make sure your presence is felt, and we try to stress that every day.
Okay, up here in the front.
Langston, there are upsets every round of March Madness. Do you guys kind of take like a why not us approach to this deal? I mean, try to knock off Duke?
Oh, yeah, of course. We believe that we can beat anybody. Going through this year, we had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of inconsistency. So, just to have some consistency right now, and, it's huge for us. And, as I say, we're a team that hasn't even peaked yet, and we haven't played our best ball yet. So why not do it this next round?
Any other questions? Right there.
I know, Jeremy, everybody's been asking you sort of a lot about your relationship with Duke. I'm just kind of curious. We sort of almost take the transfer portal for granted now, talk about the sport being a business. What has the experience of this year meant to you? Having, you're a veteran in your fifth year, playing 1 year at a new school. Has it been a benefit to your career, benefit to you personally? Has there been drawbacks? What have you thought of it?
I think this year's been it's been a lot of good benefits for sure. It's been a learning experience for sure. Well, like I said, I've enjoyed every moment of it. Try to stay in the moment as much as I can. It's my last year. Wanted to make the most of it. So, I mean, that's really it right there.
Way in the back again, Jacob.
For either of you, I was just curious. This is going to be essentially a home game for Duke, if not 95% Duke fans in the stands. I'm wondering what y'all are telling the younger guys on the team about blocking out the noise and how loud and rowdy it's going to be potentially in the stadium tomorrow.
Langston, could you answer that?
We just probably want to just practice keeping a level head out there. When they make plays, it's obviously going to be loud. Just like playing in any other arena, especially playing in the Big 12, you're dealing with that on a constant basis. So, just keeping a level head out there and just making sure that we just stay poised is just the biggest thing.
All right, we are now ready to start Coach Drew's portion of the press conference. Coach, could you please make an opening statement?
Well, it's a blessing to see everybody here today. So that's first and foremost. It's better than being at home, and blessed to have an opportunity to coach this team against a great Duke team that got a lot of respect for Coach Shire and what he's been able to do, taking over for Coach K. And it'll be a great opportunity for us to just see how much we've improved throughout the year.
All right, thank you, Coach. Ethan, can you get a microphone to Aaron there, kind of in the middle?
Green.
Hey, Scott, Aaron Beard with the AP. We didn't used to see as many times of guys playing former programs over the years, but now obviously it's become pretty common. And obviously Jeremy's got a lot of experience, so you're dealing with an older guy. But I'm curious, kind of, do you have any conversations with him, or how do you generally approach that when these things are now becoming more common of seeing former reunions, if you will?
Yeah. I know it's we've been in the same situation. It's great seeing former players. You just don't like seeing them do real well against your team. I know Jeremy got a chance to see all the Duke players the other day, and he's a great guy. I know they all like one another, and he's got a lot of respect for him. At the same time, it is a big help. I think tomorrow, if any of them aren't running the plays right, he'll tell them where to go and what to do, and I think that'll be beneficial for us because we've learned a lot just on things to expect and plan for because obviously he's got a lot of experience in that system.
Okay, let's go on this edge, and then Jacob, we can go up front here.
Scott, you had Rob committed. I don't know if you thought he was going to be able to play at this level, right away as a freshman, but you do bring in Jeremy. How difficult has that, chemistry been with an older guy who, probably expected to start, and then you have to make the lineup change?
Yeah, I think Jeremy did start in the beginning of the year, and again, going through 2 concussions. I don't know how many college kids have gone through that. He's kept a great attitude, and when we made the decision to bring him off the bench, it was talk to him, and he said, "Coach, whatever's best to help the team," and I think this might help the team. So he's learned a lot from Coach Shire and Coach K, and he's a great teammate. He's a great leader. He's really helped Rob. And those two can play together. You can always have 2 point guards on the court. What you can't have is none. So I think he'll do a good job in making sure everyone's ready to go tomorrow, like he's done for every game. And I know this game means a little more to him, obviously. But Jeremy's somebody that is capable of having big games, and hopefully he has one tomorrow.
Go up front here.
Bryce Cherry, Waco Trib. Scott, you guys are usually the team that's the higher seed at this stage of the game. Do you approach it any differently, being the lower seed? And what gives you hope about your team that, maybe you can spring the upset?
Well, the great thing about social media and media, you guys do a great job making my job a little easier when it comes to motivation at times. So definitely the situation when a 9's playing a 1, people don't expect the 9 to beat the 1. Otherwise, we'd be the number 1 seed. So with that being said, we all know that it's a 40-minute game. Anything can happen in a 40-minute game. March Madness is March Madness for a reason. And again, you don't see many weaknesses with Duke. You don't see many losses with their program. You see a lot of success. And for us, we have to play a really good game, and we're capable of playing really good games. I don't think we're in awe of anybody. With the last I saw, our strength of schedule was 4th in the country. So we just got done playing Houston, who's a number 1 seed. So at the end of the day, ball gets tipped. Team that plays the best that day for 40 minutes wins.
Okay. Ethan, second to last row, and then Jacob, you're second to last row.
Jesse Doherty with the Washington Post. Scott, Duke has the tallest team in the country, pretty much 6'5" and up across the board. What kind of unique challenges maybe does that present?
I don't know. I was talking to Coach Few yesterday, and he said we're the best 6'7" and under team in the country. So, I mean, but I do know size and length. People always want that rather than not have that. And Duke is blessed because they not only have that, but they have great skill with that. Normally, taller players might not be as quick or as athletic or skillful, but those guys shoot and pass and dribble, and because of that, makes it tough. And Coach Shire's done a great job getting them to play great defense. And we all know size and length helps defensively, especially when they buy in to a team concept. So, again, no weaknesses with Duke. Great team. It's a great opportunity for us. Same time, Norchad has played against Duke, so he knows that. Jeremy obviously was a part of the program. VJ and Coop, I think, spent the whole month or 2 months together on the All-Star circuit, played against each other at Lehigh. Rob Wright was Coop's teammate at Mount Verge, so a lot of familiarity and a lot of respect.
Okay, back here, and then we're going to go up here.
Roy Nogaltree, KWTX. Coach, it's been 15 years since I believe y'all met in the Elite Eight. I was just curious if you thought about that game or the full circle moment with Coach Shire now was on the court and now is on the sideline. I'm just curious how that all wraps around.
Yeah, great question. When we played it in New York full circle moment because Tweety Carter was on the court too, and now he's coaching. John's coaching. John played really well in that game as well. But obviously, I remember that game, and there's 43,000 Baylor fans in Houston, and Duke goes on to win the national championship. So you're like, dang, if we could have won that game, maybe we could have won a national championship in 2010. So, but again, the good thing is John's not going to make any threes tomorrow.
Okay, let's go over to this side.
Yeah, Scott, to go back to when you added Jeremy and Norchad, I mean, both those guys have played in a lot of tournament games. I know that's probably not a coincidence in how you evaluated them.
Yeah.
What's your process, and when do you look at what you have and say, this is what we need to get through the portal, the type of player we need to add?
Well, I think you try to get some balance. You don't want all freshmen. You don't necessarily want all upperclassmen. You would like to have a good mix. And at the same time, when we won national championship, we had 2 point guards in Davion Mitchell and Jared Butler. I mean, both of them were point guards. So nowadays, if you can have 4 point guards out there, I think everybody would like that if you can get them all to buy in. In the NBA, you got to play with the ball, without the ball. So we thought Jeremy would be a great complement with Rob and vice versa. And we thought Jeremy could really help teach some of our younger players, VJ and Rob, some of the things he's learned. So we're just trying to get a good mix. And again, Jeremy Roach had Final Four experience, and freshmen coming in. Players are always going to listen to each other more than the coaches. So you got a good locker room and good experienced locker room and good culture as far as team first. I mean, makes our job a lot easier as coaches.
Okay, let's go front here.
Scott, you mentioned the game against Duke in New York. Technically, that was just last season.
Yeah, oh, I know.
A lot's changed.
That one wasn't great for us either.
Well, right. A lot's changed on both rosters, but is there anything from that game that you can take and use in game planning?
Well, I know Eve Missy really had a great game, and he's doing the same thing he did that game in the NBA, and that's why he was a month ago odds-on favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Jeremy had a really good game, and can't beat him, join him, so we got him this time. So anyway, hopefully that experience that he has will help tomorrow.